The questions come up from a lot of you on social media. Should that plane have even been flying or trying to land? And that's not a question we can't judge that, but it's definitely something that's on people's minds.
A lot of people asking that on our social media platforms. So let's go in and check in now with First Coast News' Shelby Danielson, who's been looking more into this aspect of the story. Shelby?
About this flight, and actually it was supposed to land at NAS Jax much sooner before this storm even hit. Now what we're told is that this flight actually takes off every Friday and every other Tuesday. It leaves at 9 a.m. from NAS Jax to Gitmo, which is what happened yesterday morning. Actually, it left at 9 a.m., but 15 minutes into that flight, there was an issue with the AC, so it had to turn around. Once they finally repaired that issue, it was time for a change in command. It was also what's hours, and that's when they can't really fly during that period of time, so there were a few hours of delay. So they ended up taking off at 3:30, several hours after it was planned. And that means, you know, they were originally supposed to come back to NAS Jax at 4 p.m. and have another flight take off at 5 p.m. So none of that happened, as we know. So instead, they came back at about 9 p.m. as we know, and they hit that storm, and we know that the rain caused even more delay. And again, I want to go back to what we were talking about earlier about the pets on board. There were several people on scene who tell us that 2 cats and 1 dog were on board, and there's a passenger who tells us that that dog was a 5-year-old boxer and one of the cats was the dog's family member, and we're told that they're still in the cargo area, the underbelly of the plane. So it's important to know, staff says they cannot definitively confirm the condition of those 3 animals until they can get to them. Because of safety reasons, they just have not been able to reach them just yet. But once we know for sure how those pets are doing in the underbelly, we're going to let you know. Back to you guys.